Hey guys, how's it going? Me back again here for another little video to watch. Thought for this one I'll keep it pretty simple. We're just going to go for a little walk around my garden. I haven't got a huge amount of plants, but I've got a few things growing, and I like to look back on these videos sometimes to see how things progress. So I thought now would be a good time to film it. So I'll stop nattering on and let's go for a little walk around the garden and see what plants I've got growing here. Let's start off here in the little courtyard, where I've got a few things going. So I got my black sapote tree growing here. Pretty happy with it. Not a smart idea planting it underneath a roof, because when it gets bigger, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to prune it or train it to sort of fit in here somehow. So it wasn't the brightest idea planting here, but it is going well. I don't know, it's a bit over a year old now. You can see it's had a bit of new growth recently, all this new green leaves here, and we even got some little flower buds there, so it might grow some fruit. Just growing those flower buds before though, and it hasn't eventuated to anything, but you never know, it might come into something this time. We've got my little aquaponics set up here with my fishies. Let's see if the fishies are out. Yeah, there they are, little goldfish. Yeah, all four of them. But yeah, just got some tomatoes. I've got a bit of lettuce in here, and got some broccoli at the back there. All going pretty well. This front one's starting to die off a little bit. I don't know why that one's dying off, but the one at the back here is going really well. Just a little bit of discoloration on the leaves. I think there's a bit of a nitrogen deficiency in the system, but still overall growing pretty well. If I can get a light, come on, something. It's hard to get a good sort of front of light. You can see the tomatoes growing on there. They're going nice and well. Got plenty of them. Nice big size to them. But, yeah. Interesting with these broccoli though, because obviously I've got two broccoli in here and I've got two planted in soil, and I planted them both all at the same time. So you see these ones, they're healthy, but they're quite small, got thin stems and they're little round leaves on them. Whereas you come around here to the soil ones, and they're huge, like massive things. Like usually the aquaponics or hydroponics will grow quicker, but with broccoli, no, like these ones are even got little, where are they? Even got little broccolis growing on them, see? There's one. We've got another one down here. You see it growing, so that these are going awesome. Like, in all honesty, a lot better than the aquaponics. This one hasn't got any florets on it, I don't think. No, not yet. It will soon though. But yeah, so that's the broccoli in soil, which is growing awesome. And then, not complaining, these ones are healthy. They're just a bit small and different sort of, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see when they grow the broccolis, what the broccolis look like. But yeah, anyway, we've got some quintessential aloe vera plant down there. We've got my dragon fruit cactus, which is just growing bananas, like not growing bananas, but growing bunta. It's gone big. I've killed this a couple times. I've had this cactus for years. There's a spider web. Got to train that and tie that up there. Had this thing for years, and it's died off a few times, but I planted it here underneath the shower, so it always gets watered when I have a shower, and it's just loved it. It's just thrived from it. You can see all the different little lengths of cactus that are growing everywhere, so hopefully it grows some fruit. I don't know, I've never grown fruit before. It's once grown a flower, but never produced a fruit. We've got more tomatoes here. This is a soil one. All the same variety of tomatoes. Mortgage lifter or something the variety's called. Really good tomatoes, delicious. But yeah, this one's produced probably the most tomatoes out of all my plants. But they're all real small, you can see. They're not real big. but it's produced a lot of them. They're not tiny, they've got an okay size to them, but yeah, it's just gone crazy recently, this plant, like all my tomato plants have. But there's that. And then we've got my potatoes. They're just a normal store-bought variety that started growing some little things on them, so I decided to plant them, along with some over here. I've got more potatoes growing here. They're always a nice, easy one to plant and grow. Basically, once you get those little, like, I can't show you, but you get the little things growing on your potatoes and they get a bit old, you just plant the potatoes then and they'll grow plants. And I usually just let the plants grow until they get big and die off. Once the plants die off, I go and dig at the potatoes. So these ones here are starting to get a little bit brown, but I think they got a bit of growing left to do. I just need to give them some water. And then we've got this tomato plant, which has just gone berserk. It's a great one, this one. But I've gone and had to pick off a whole bunch of tomatoes, green, down low, because there was a lot of them down low here. And bloody mice gets them, like this one, actually. I've got to pick these ones, but I don't want to. I like to let them vine ripen. But it's a bit hard because you get like this one over here, I had to pick all them off green here because the chickens were pecking at them. Same with these ones that are low down here. I had to go and pick all them off because chickens kept pecking at them. And now I'm finding the ones that are near the dirt, as you can see here. I'll see if I can find one. Yeah, there's one right there. I'm trying to fill them with rocks, but that's a fucking mouse hole there. And we've got another one there. They just push the rocks out when I fill them up. And so if you get any tomatoes near the dirt, the bloody mice chew them out. I hope these ones are alright. I'll just fill underneath them. Ah, yep. No, I should have picked these ones. I'll show you. See that? That's what they fucking do. The mice, they get and chew underneath. Look at that. Beautiful tomato. Hasn't even ripened yet. And the bloody mouse has chewed it out. So I'll probably go and pick these ones in a minute. So they're safe and they'll have to just ripen off the vine. But we've got some up high, quite a lot up high actually, so they can't be getting to by the chickens or by mice. But yeah, we're sort of running out of room to train this thing too. I've got to put some wire up there or something because it just keeps growing. It's a good problem to have, but yeah, it's sort of gonna start flopping over soon, and this part here is just gonna start growing on the ground, and then the chicken's gonna get it all. So I've got to do something soon, but it's a good healthy plant, real healthy plant. Another thing I've got growing here, some little seedlings. You can see there, and there. That's a plant called Lactusa virosa, or it's commonly known as wild lettuce. Supposedly it's a medicinal plant. It's supposedly good for pain and sleep and a couple other things. So I thought I'd give that a go. It's supposedly quite a safe and effective herb to use. It's just it's like I said, it's called wild lettuce. It's just literally a lettuce. When it starts growing bigger, you'll probably recognize that it grows, well, in the wild, it grows like a weed. But you can make a tincture and stuff out of it, and it's good medicine apparently. So I thought I'd give that a go. I also got here, you got some plants here. Got the rosemary, good for keeping the pests away, I've been told. So I have that growing. Got my strawberry bush, which always has some strawberries growing on it. You can see down here, look at that. I've got some flowers and some strawberries. It's a good little producer, this plant. It's a pity it's not planted in a garden bed where it can really stretch out and just cover the whole bed, but for it growing where it is, it produces enough. You get a little strawberry here and there to pick off and eat. Got another big tomato plant. This has just gone berserk, like all of them. Well, you can see there, look at that. That's not multiple tomato plants, that's one tomato plant that's just covered. Well, I'm training it to cover this whole front section of the deck here. But it's a great plant, like all the other ones. You can see here, it's got some nice big tomatoes growing on it, like they're big ones. See, you can see the size of my hand. You've got more of them growing up there. Up there. They give you an idea how much these produce. Like I told you, I had to pick a bunch of green ones off. That's all my green ones. And then there's one that got chewed out, so I'm probably not going to eat that unless I might give it to the chickens or something. But yeah, but we've got that one's starting to ripen off the vine. But yeah, I've already eaten a few of them too. But yeah, that was this ones I picked off the lower branches. Got a volunteer poppy. It's popped up here, which is just going awesome. Honestly, this is the biggest poppy I've ever, well, the best poppy I've ever grown. I didn't even grow it. It just popped up on its own. So it must have been leftover seed or something from last year when I grew them in here or something. I don't know. But it popped up on its own. And yeah, it's going really well. It's nice and big. Loving life. So just letting it do its thing there. And then we've got my papaya tree, which is just loving life as well. Never had an issue with this tree. It's just been growing and growing and growing. So yeah, it hasn't produced any fruit yet. We've got plenty of little flower buds on it, and it has made a couple flowers, but the flowers fucking drop off before they can produce fruit. So yeah, it might be because it's a little bit immature still, but hopefully make some fruit soon. And then we've got my ginger plant, which is looking like it's getting close to harvest time because it's starting to die off a bit. But yeah, it's always going well. I don't think there's any flowers on it. Yeah, we've got the flower thing there, but there's no pretty. It does make some pretty little flowers off the Oh, there's a couple growing there. You can see they're just starting to spike through. See there's one there, but they'll push out and make these nice little flowers. If I get one of them opening up, I might make a video, you know. Not on its own, but you'll see. And then we've got my lots of lemons tree. That's what it's called. It's called Lots of Lemons, and it makes lots of lemons. Like, it's not even a tree yet. It's just like a little shrub. They don't grow real big, apparently. They only grow like a meter or two tall. But it's got lots of lemons growing. It's got, see, lemon, 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 lemon. More flowers down there to produce lemons. And then we've got more flower buds to produce flowers that make more lemons. So yeah, it's staying true to its name. It's producing lots of lemons. And then we've got my sad little blueberry bush here. It's never really grown very big, this one. But we'll take the cage off of it. I think it's because I have a cage on it and the chickens peck at it when it gets near the cage. But nonetheless, it's growing some little blueberries. You can see there's one growing, and then there's another one just there. It's a bit out of focus, but yeah. So a couple little blueberries growing on it. But the plant's very small, and yeah, it's quite an old plant too. It's about a year or two old, probably a couple of years old now, that plant. But it's never really grown very big because the bloody dastardly birds go and do it. And look at that, the chicklets are out. Yeah, with Mum, they're about a week or so old. Maybe a bit more than a week now. But yeah. But that's the plants for this section. So I haven't got a lot around the place, but what I do have is healthy, and I'm thriving. I'm hoping to get some more things growing. You can see I've got plenty of ties to fill up with soil and plants out in around here. I've just got to make sure I put some wire around them all because the chickens will get to them. That's why I've got wire around those beds to stop chickens getting to them, because they're little arseholes. They like to peck at my fruit and vegetables. But anyway, but over here we have my other aquaponics system. I haven't done any more work on since making that video. I'll get to it eventually, but there's just other priorities at the moment. But the pool here's got, not the pool, the spa here's got tadpoles growing in it, so I can't really do anything anyway until these little guys turn to frogs. I don't know if the glare is going to let you see them, but you can see them probably around the edges there. Little tree frog, they're green tree frog tadpoles. So I've got heaps of green tree frogs around here. Like, when I say heaps, I mean heaps. Like, I've never lived anywhere with so many tree frogs. It's great. It really is. It's good to see. But that's, yeah, eventually this is going to be, those are going to be cut in half, flipped upside down, so there's a ponds in the bottom for the fish or crayfish with the plants growing on top. And it's basically like the bathtub system, but a bigger system. And then they're going to filter water for this spa, so it's a non-chlorinated spa. But that project you'll see later on when I do it properly, and I'll explain what's going on. And lastly but not least, we've got my poppy bed here, where I'm growing this year's attempt at poppies. I grew some last year, and they went in the tyres over there, which hence why there's probably a poppy growing in that tyre over there. But they grew alright, but they were a bit small, so I thought I would try them in a garden bed this year and see how they go. And so far they're going really good. I've had to do a lot of thinning out. Some would probably say I need to thin this out even more, but I don't have the heart to do it. It's too hard to thin them out. I can't. They're so healthy now, so I'm just going to leave them like that and hope that they go alright. At the worst, they'll just be small poppies again, but that's okay. But yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what colours come out, because it's a mixture of, I think there's 20 different. There might not be more here because they're just a mix of seeds, but the bag of seeds I bought, I suppose we've got 20 different heirloom varieties in it, so I'm hoping to get some different colours popping up in here, which would be really nice. Bring the bees in as well. I really should have this planted up there further near my other plants to get them pollinated, but that's alright. This is a good spot for the sun down here. And also I had the spa that I dug out, so all the soil I dug out to dig that little, even though the spa's only just sitting in the ground, all the soil I dug out for that I put straight into this garden bed, so it was a way to utilise what I had. But yeah, that's it for my garden. Not too much going on, but you know, I'm pretty pleased with it so far. I'll make another video probably in the future when I've got some more plants growing, or when these ones are more established. But for now, yeah, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoy that little trot around my garden plot. Bye.